The thing is, I don't wanna watch it, bro. I feel like my era in horror movies is just done, bro.
Me, brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk. And I don't know about y'all two, but I like to stay alive long enough to enjoy what I made. So from here on out, I don't know about y'all two, but I like to stay alive long. Oh, not y'all two, but I like to stay alive long enough to enjoy. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. I don't know about y'all two, but I like to stay alive long enough to enjoy what I made. So from here on out, I don't want to hear anything about kilos or prices. Y'all want to go on your own? Fine. But do not for 1 second what I gotta do to get mine. Because I promise you, there's nothing I'm not prepared to do.
Come on, bro. What? Is it dark? I swear it's dark. Anyway, we're about to go to. Alright, I am here with
Ruby.
And Ruby, how old are you?
18.
Okay, so first question is, do you believe in love?
Yeah, I do.
What would you define it as?
Like, you find someone and like they just bring the best version out of you, and that's what I think love is.
And where would you say it comes from?
The person, I guess. I'm not quite sure. I haven't really thought.
Okay, let me make an analogy, right? So, say I were to gift you something.
Yeah.
Maybe like a watch, right?
Yeah.
Where did I get the watch from?
The shops. You'd get it from the shops.
What happens at the shops?
You would ask the person, "Can I buy this watch?" and stuff. But I don't think love is about buying gifts and all of that. I think it's like it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, it's not buying gifts.
Yes, you
get
can't buy love, essentially.
Like, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like not about the money or how much you spend. It's like quality time, communication, all of that.
Alright, so you said that it comes from a shop, right? Where do the people at the shop get the watch from?
Their business.
Who do what?
Promote their brand. Correct?
Okay. Essentially, right. Did the watch come out of thin air?
No. I don't.
So where did the watch come from?
I really don't know.
Essentially, someone had to make it, right?
Yeah, someone.
Right.
Yes.
Essentially, so you have a watch, right? It's got order and design.
Yeah.
And because it's got order and design, it means that somebody had to make it, right? Okay. So now, I want to ask you this question.
Okay.
If I were to stab you, right?
Oh my god.
If I were to stab you, right?
Yeah.
Would that be right or wrong?
Wrong.
Why would it be wrong?
I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
Would you say that you have value?
Pardon?
Would you say that you have value as a human being?
Yeah.
Where did you get that value from?
Yourself. Like the people around you.
Right.
All of that.
Right. Okay, so let me just say your thoughts, right?
Yeah.
Your thoughts. Where do your thoughts come from?
Your brain.
And where does your brain come from?
Your body.
And your body comes from?
Your parents.
And your parents come from their
parents.
And their parents.
Yeah.
And where does it all start?
From the people. God?
Do you believe in God?
A little bit.
Right. What year is it?
2025.
2025 years after what?
Pardon?
2025 years after what?
The century of... I really don't know what to say. What am I meant to say?
If you don't know, it's okay.
I am not quite sure.
But, okay, do you know when the world started?
No.
But, okay, do you think that the world is 2,000 years old?
Yeah, Maybe.
You think so?
I don't know, because obviously you've got like the ancient time, all
Yeah.
of that. So I just think the world is old.
Yeah, it's just old. Okay. So, have you ever heard of a guy called Jesus? What do you kind of like, I guess, connect him with in a sense? How would you describe him in the way you see it?
I see him as a person who helped people out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, didn't he help like a blind person out?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just see him as a good person. And many people hated him because they were jealous, because he had a power that other people didn't have. And that's pretty much what I think of him.
Why? Okay, so if I were to put it this way, if you were to say you believe in God,
Yeah.
kinda. If you have, like I was explaining about the watch, right? So watch has order and design, right? And that ultimately comes from an intelligent mind, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me put it this way. So I'm gonna talk a bit about science, but a little bit.
Oh,
Right.
God.
Don't worry, it'll be quite simple. So you've got three things, right?
Yeah.
You've got space,
Yeah.
you've got time,
Yeah.
and you've got matter. So you've got space, time, and matter. Now, you've got space and you've got matter. If you don't have space, where do you put the matter?
After time. I don't know.
If you you've got space and matter. You've got two things, right? You've
Yeah.
got two things. You've got space and you've got matter.
Yeah.
If you don't have space, where do you put the matter?
Where space is.
But if there's no space, then
Then you can't put it nowhere.
There we go.
Okay.
okay. Now, so you've got space, you've got matter,
Yeah.
but you don't have time, right?
Yeah.
So you've got space and matter, and they come together, right?
Yeah.
When do they come together if there's no time?
It won't come. Oh yeah.
Right. So essentially, you've got space and time. So essentially, what I mean by that is there has to be something
Yeah.
somewhere, right, made at a specific time, right? So if you look at yourself, right, like I was speaking about the watch, you have a body, you've got like lungs, you've got everything, like
Yeah.
it's order and design within you. And I said that order and design usually point to an intelligent mind, right?
Yeah.
So that would be God, right? So the question now becomes, who is God, if I were to put it that way, right? Because there's a whole lot of religions, right? So then, let me just put it this way. I asked you about love, right?
Yeah.
And I asked you where it comes from. If we were to put like the thoughts, right? Where would you say a feeling like love comes from?
Your
Your heart.
heart.
There we go. So if it comes from your heart comes from what?
Your body.
Which comes from,
Your parents.
and your parents come from their parents.
Yeah.
And ultimately starts where?
From their parents.
Essentially God, right? Like you said before, right? Okay, let me put it this way. I'm gonna tell you like a little story if I have time. Okay, so essentially, one time I made a vow to myself when I was very young, right?
Yeah.
And I said to myself that one day I'm gonna have a girlfriend, and this girlfriend I'm gonna ask her to be my girlfriend. I'm gonna make it like a whole big thing, right?
Yeah.
And essentially, what happened was I did do that, right? Whole big thing. She said yes, yada yada yada.
Aww.
And then and then eventually things didn't work out, right? Right. So things didn't work out, and after that, like I just felt like there was like a void in my heart, right?
Yeah.
And no matter how much I tried to do anything, try to distract myself, it didn't work out. And one specific day, I didn't want to talk to like anybody because I didn't think that anyone like understood how I was feeling, right? So I went on TikTok, right, just scrolling, yada yada yada, and then afterwards I see this guy, right, on my TikTok, my For You page, and he was speaking a bit about like forgiveness, right?
Yeah.
And I was looking at the video, I was like, okay, let me listen to him. So while he's speaking about forgiveness, he gives me like a whole new perspective, right? And that perspective was, let's just say like you did me dirty, right?
Yeah.
Forgiveness isn't about like ridding you of your guilt. Forgiveness is for myself,
Yeah.
in the sense that I'm kind of detaching myself from the pain, right? So when I got that whole new perspective of forgiveness, I kind of just like felt at ease, and I
Yeah.
felt like the pain was gone. And all it took was like watching a video, right? And I scrolled and I see the same guy again, And I scrolled again, it was the same guy. It was the same guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, what's going on? So it was like a bit of a sign, right? And I was like, okay, let me actually take the time to listen to more of what he has to say because that kind of helped me. And eventually what I noticed was that like, there's a pattern. And it was like he was speaking about God, specifically about Jesus. And I was like, oh, I grew up in like a Christian home, right?
Yeah.
But I kind of like, I wouldn't say ran away from the faith, but like I kind of just like didn't care enough in a sense, right? And my parents didn't like put any pressure on me either, right? So I just kind of fell out the faith like naturally. But after watching that, it kind of like lit up a fire in me to like actually learn more and like gave me like a whole new perspective. So I'll ask you a bit about Jesus, right? What did Jesus specifically do that was like the main thing, essentially?
He brought us into the world. Is that what he did?
Well, yeah, there's that part, but there's something specific that happened to him. Did he die?
He sacrificed himself.
Right.
Yeah, he
Exactly.
sacrificed himself because something, because people didn't believe him or something.
Let me put it this way. So in the Bible, right,
Yeah.
you've got like 10 commandments, right? And essentially it's like a law, right? If you break one of those laws, you're guilty, right?
Yeah.
And you're considered a sinner. And the Bible says the wages of sin is death, right? So, like I was saying about like stabbing you, right? If someone were to like stab you, obviously they'll go to court, right?
Yeah.
And imagine they were to tell the judge like, I've done good my whole life, and then they say that they deserve to be free. Do you think they should be free?
No.
Because they did that wrong thing, they're still guilty, right?
Yeah.
Essentially, if you look at all the 10 commandments, everyone more or less kind of like breaks one or two or all of them, right? So that means that we all kind of deserve a punishment, right?
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then we're all sinners. So what Jesus did, out of his love, in a sense, right, he took the punishment that we deserve. So he went in place of us, in a sense, to be judged by God. So what that means is because of his love, he sacrificed himself so that we can have life, right? That's what he did. That was a big thing. So we're in 2025. That's 2025 years. That's what we call AD, right? So that means in the year of the Lord. So our whole calendar is circled around Jesus.
Yeah.
Because he's the most important figure, right?
Oh, okay.
Right. So like I was saying about that perspective about forgiveness, right?
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, whoa, he's speaking about Jesus. He's speaking about Jesus. And I finally understood the fact that Jesus didn't need to die, right? Because he did it like out of like, it was like a gift, right? To give us life. So love in itself, right, isn't something that you should like earn, I want to say. Isn't something that you need to force somebody to have, like give you in a sense, right? It's a free gift, right? So if it's a free gift, I would say it's something that you need to take in a sense, or you can reject it in a sense, right?
Yeah.
So but I'll ask you this question. What do you think is going to happen to you when you die? Like if you were to die today, like where would you think you'd go?
To heaven.
What makes you think you're going to go to heaven?
Because ain't it like you go to hell is because you've done something bad, and if you've gone to heaven it's because like you've had a good life.
Right. So I said like the 10 commandments, right?
Yeah.
And if everyone's broken like at least one, you're guilty,
Yeah.
right? So death in itself, like hell isn't just like a place, right? It's more like separation from God, right? And heaven is presence with God, right?
Yeah.
So what that means is, if you break one of those laws, you were separated from it, right? So what we deserve is separation, which is hell.
Yeah.
But if you are perfect, which nobody is, then you go to heaven. So the question becomes, who's going to heaven if everyone's not perfect?
No one's going.
No,
No
exactly.
one.
So that's why Jesus came, to kind of bridge the gap in a sense, right?
Yeah.
And that's like the ultimate act of love, right? And that's when I understood that it wasn't more or less like Jesus isn't like, Christianity in itself isn't like a religion.
Yeah.
It's more like a relationship that God is offering us in a sense. So it's a choice, right? That's what he's offering. He's offering us love. So love is a choice. So it's either you reject it or you accept it, right? In a sense. So I've kind of given you a new perspective on love in a sense.
Yeah.
I think so. But essentially, I learned that love is kind, love is patient, love, doesn't keep track of like wrongs. It always delights in the truth, things like that. It always trusts, and it never fails, right? That in itself describes the nature of God, right?
Yeah.
And I think when I understood that, that's when that void in my heart, it was kind of filled. Because no matter how many people I could probably fall in love with, they could still break my heart. And you never know. But what I do know is that God is good.
Yeah.
And I can trust Him more than I can trust somebody, right? And I think that kind of changed my whole life. Like if you knew me like 2-3 years ago, you wouldn't be able to like recognize me. Like I was something different. But the way that I speak now to even like do things like this,
Yeah.
is because I've experienced a love that was like so changing. And if I knew a way to kind of just like invite you to like that type of love that I felt in that moment, then I want to do that.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm doing this in a sense, right? So I hope that this is like shed light somewhere. But
No, I get you.
But I appreciate it anyway.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. Take care.
We got the, oh my God, is it real? Oh, we got the, oh my God, is it